great power
vengeance
comes great responsibility.
I bet it feels huge in this hand.
On your left.
You are the chosen one!
Iron Man.
You're listening to the Heroes Get Remembered podcast.
We weren't even recording yet, and you were already talking about shit.
Who? Me?
You. Yeah.
I didn't say shit about shit.
We're back.
Ghost. I just saw one.
He did.
I just saw a ghost behind me. I swear to God.
Did you seriously?
I saw an orb this playback comes through. I'm gonna send it to you. No lie, an orb just dropped behind me.
Dude, someone's gonna like pop like we're gonna see a full apparition just show up behind you.
And just like I'm done.
Dead.
Just no more
The
now.
greatest podcast episode ever.
you guys won't be able to access the files.
Dom just gets murked.
Right. It'll.
Write it in your will. Write it in your
Oh,
will.
man.
That page has to send us the file of you getting murdered by an apparition.
Hold on, let me do that real quick.
All right, let's stop the recording.
Okay.
Just text her right now. Text
Actually, it
her.
would go through her. It'd be all paranormal activity, just send you right through the hallway.
Your door whips open. You just get grabbed by the back of your shirt and just pulled out.
You know, that was the most terrifying thing about the third movie was when the girl's running around the house and all of a sudden she gets like stopped in like mid run and the demon picks her up by her hair. Josh, you're with me. You remember that?
Yeah, we saw that together.
We saw that in theaters together. Remember?
Yeah. Because remember when they had the camera on the oscillating fan. We had Jonah with us. Jonah, who did our first logo. Shout out to Jonah. Thank you so much, buddy.
Missed that guy.
But he came with us, and I didn't know how scared he was of horror films until we went and saw this. And the scene and they cut to it like 3 different times, right, with the oscillating fan.
Yeah.
And it's that one time with the babysitter, right?
Yeah.
And you just know it's coming. And he's doing this. He's like, "Oh, is it happening? What's happening?" And then he opened his eyes. He opened it like this, and then she jumps out and does that, and it was so ill timed because he's like, "Oh!" Still covering his face.
So I tell this story all the time because it's one of my favorites. I don't see horror movies in theaters often, if ever, actually. So now I don't really go to the theaters anymore. But I talk about when we went to go see that, and the kids are running around. They run up into the loft, and the older sister runs into the demon, and the demon lifts her up by the hair. And I shouted, I don't know if you remember, I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
Yeah.
I was so scared. I don't know why I said "you son of a bitch," but that was it for me. And then she gets dragged into the
You got me,
space.
director of Paranormal Activity 3. You son
by
of
the
a
hair.
bitch.
Oh, Toby. That's the name of the demon. His name was Toby.
Toby. Yeah.
The fuck kind of demon name is that?
You know what's even scarier than that? Trunks' original name was Toby.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Toby.
Yep. That's terrifying.
Since The Office, I can never trust a Toby.
Change it.
Well, he was a strangler, so.
There's
Well, what's
only
up,
one
guys?
Toby, and it's McGuire.
Yeah. No.
What is up?
Not much, man.
Nice, man.
Just enjoying a nice can of Half Acre Tend. They're not a sponsor of the podcast. They probably never will be a sponsor of the podcast. See, what happens is we need consistency, and neither of us are good at that.
No.
So I'm gonna mark any sort of sponsorship out, but I will say this is a good can.
Oh, and I'm repping on my sweatshirt and in my drink. Walking Tree Brewery oatmeal stout. It's fucking delicious.
That does sound really good.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking great. It's called Baby Cakes. It's Florida Brewery, right around the corner from my house, across the street from the airport.
Nice.
It's fucking.
I do want to mention this real quick. Officially today. Now he leaned back. Never mind. I was gonna say officially today. I'm making Josh an honorary Puerto Rican because when you lean closer to the camera, there was just 1 star showing.
1 star. I was when we started. I was like, no way, he's wearing a Puerto Rican flag right now. There's more stars. It's just.
I was like, hell yeah, man. He's wearing. Oh, wait, never mind.
When he leans forward, when you lean forward, you're Puerto Rican.
I'm representing two states.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Miss you guys. It's been too long. You know, we've all
Don't fucking lie. Don't lie.
I've been busy. You know, I'm definitely not gonna lie there. I've been very busy.
Not that we haven't stayed in touch or anything.
No, yeah.
That's the thing. We're texting every day, and I mean, it happened to be like the past 3 Fridays. We're like, hey, we're recording today. Yeah, we're gonna record, and then it shows up. We're like, yeah, I don't want to record today.
I'm
Which is
tired.
fine.
Yeah,
Actually, I'd rather us not record and just to have a hiatus for a little bit than put out crappy material.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's
And I feel like the stuff we've been talking the last couple of days, like we've got a couple episodes in the old chamber right here. I feel like the stuff we've been talking about lately, we can make some good content.
Josh, I real quick, not to sidetrack us, but I just realized we're talking about Jono, and I found our stickers.
Oh, you know what's funny? I found our Iron On patches the other day.
Oh, I found those too the other day. We need a new one though.
Not to sidetrack us again, but Dom, what if we recorded this entire episode and then we send you the fucking like all our audio and your audio is just completely fucked?
I mean,
because of the ghost.
Because the ghost. Yeah.
The whole time you hear a ghost going, ghost.
I'm a ghost.
That's my audio. Just
No, it'd just be all talking shit about Dom and be like, he snores a lot.
This guy smells. You don't want to be in the room at night. Dude, I just saw something.
I saw it again. I just saw it.
Yes.
Shut up.
Right over that shoulder.
Shut up.
I just saw it.
Shut up.
Holy shit.
Arlo, come here. Arlo, come here.
Dude, that was so
get
crazy,
one
Josh.
of the animals involved.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
my God, Josh, I'm
Hey,
so glad
can
you saw
sit,
that.
please? Thank you.
Yeah, it went down and it
Yeah.
did like a check mark.
Yes, dude.
Like that, right
Yes,
behind you around the
100%. It made like what is it? The Dove for Men, the check mark. Like it did that shit. Like fucking insane. Maybe it's the ghost of Dove's former CEO and they want to sponsor us.
Maybe it's Rich.
Could be.
It could be. I
TV.
mean, I
Who's
don't
the
have
last
anything of
person
Rich.
that we accidentally said was going to die and they died.
Dick
Who's that
Butkus.
second?
Oh God, it's Dick Buckus.
Dick
I made
Butkus.
fun of him.
Butkus. Dude,
I made
what
fun
if-
of him.
Dick Butkus.
What if your just camera goes out?
Hey, Dick Buckus, if you're in the room right now, please be kind to me.
Shows up behind you, snaps your neck, Dom's dead. We can't end the recording for 30 minutes because he controls it.
All right. I'm not gonna get paranoid here. My windows are open. My
You're
other
getting to
windows
chill?
are open. I just gotta chill. Yes. Okay. I'm trying not to get paranoid. Stop it. I have a cemetery
is
across
your-
the street from me, so this is
Oh.
making things worse.
They're coming in and checking it out. They're fans
Nobody
of the
is
show.
allowed in here.
Fans,
Nobody
we
is
don't
allowed
have living
in
fans,
this
only
house
fans from the
without
afterlife.
my permission. Whatever. I'm striking it right now. Nobody is allowed in this house without my permission. Declaring that shit
Declaring
right now.
it.
You have any salt?
Dude, salt your
Yes.
doorways and your windows.
I'm gonna have to salt everything. Fuck.
Just pouring salt on himself during the episode.
I have a demon's trap right above my doorway. So anything that tries to walk in the door
Good.
is gonna get stuck.
Get some
Oh,
goof
but
or
it's already
dust in
there. It's already there and it can't get out.
Nobody's here because I didn't allow anybody in the house. I had to say yes, come
And
in.
then watch it happen again.
You just said it. You just said it.
That was me explaining what I have to say. I
Okay,
didn't mean
explain
it.
yourself to the ghost.
There is no ghost. Oh,
Dude, something
God.
just banged in my house.
It's probably your ghost.
It just went from your
Wait, I'm
house
sorry,
to my
what?
house.
Speaking of ghosts, though,
Yeah, speaking of death,
speaking of death and ghosts, let's get on a very sensitive topic. Sensitive. Tightest
beautiful
butthole.
dogs.
Beautiful dogs. Tightest butthole.
Yeah.
What kind of remake are they going for when it comes to The Crow?
Ugh. You know, okay, I gotta say this first off. Never seen a Crow movie.
Really?
Yeah. And the main character, well, the guy who plays the Crow is named I'm named after him, I think.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd make a lot of sense. But your middle
Yeah.
name's Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, you totally got named after the cooler one, the Brandon
Yeah.
Lee one.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. Brandon Lee. His legacy will live on with his.
Exactly why they shouldn't be
triumphant-
remaking The Crow.
Listen, I'm all for remakes. I really am. But if you're gonna remake something, do it correctly. Okay. And I'm not. And this isn't me being a fanboy bitching about how the film should mimic or be a complete reshoot of the first one, because I don't want that. But stylistically, what they're going for in this Crow movie right now, in comparison to the original one, trash. Sorry to cut you off, but it reminds me of when they reboot RoboCop. You
Yeah.
remember RoboCop, how trashy and gritty and grungy that original movie was, and then they went for whatever that was back in
Yeah.
was that
A
2000?
futuristic type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you know,
like-
it was set in the future anyways, but it was the 80s, you know, like
Yeah.
they gave us what they could with what CGI they had working and what practical effects, because there were practical effects too.
And like Dread, how they remade Dread like over a decade ago.
I liked that one. Though.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I actually I enjoyed that Dread. That was the Carl Urban Dread.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that actually
yeah.
was that was
Yeah.
decent. But that Brandon is when you amplify and improve on the original movie. And I say that because they didn't polish it, and they didn't do what they did with The Crow or with RoboCop, where it was like a Transformer-esque movie.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, the original movie showed a grit and dirty city, and Dredd is there to be a super soldier to clean it up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna honor that and make it even darker and grittier and dirty. And like I truly believe, and I think I'm not alone on this when it comes to that community of fans of that movie, that was that remake stands by its own. It was a great movie, and people want a sequel to that.
Okay.
Sorry,
Then I retract my statement.
you better, you piece of shit.
But I mean, this Crow movie, as someone who has never seen The Crow but knows of The Crow, like I know The Crow, but I mean, this doesn't look anything like it. I think I said in our text thread, it looks like Twilight fucked John Wick, and then that baby watched a shit ton of Deadpool, and it just looks like it's trying too hard to, like, oh my god, he's undead, look at him get stabbed and then shoot through himself at the bad guy behind him, like, and then just like the love story, it's way too fucking Twilight.
So, and I agree. Like it's. I wouldn't say, I don't know, Twilight, because I fucking hate Twilight, and I may end up hating this movie too. Am I gonna watch it? Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Why? Because I need to see how bad it is or how good it could be.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is, like, from the original movie, when the Crow was stabbed, shot, like, it wasn't gory, explosive, anything like that, like he shoots himself in the hand and he starts laughing, you see, like, close up,
Yeah.
and this was like, I don't know, it was just blood was splattering everywhere, and
He
I'm like,
took the Die Hard way.
yeah.
It's over the top, and it's because, like, these movies are getting more and more over the top, and so, like, yeah, it movies
I
these
blame
days
Marvel.
and I get
And
that,
Star
like,
Wars. I mean, Disney in general.
yeah, it's just getting over the top with, like, the things they're doing, and you guys are gonna hate me for this, but it's I blame John Wick. I think everyone's trying to emulate John Wick now. Everyone's trying to go overboard. They're trying to top John Wick.
I don't
That's a really good
hate
way to
you
look
for
at it.
saying that, but
Yeah.
absolutely, I agree with that statement. Like,
Well, think about it though, because after, and that's not the first time that Keanu Reeves has done a traditional thing like that. When The Matrix came out, everybody was slowing down things.
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger. I'm sure. I don't know if
Oh
that
my
came out
God.
before Matrix, but
that was after
a lot of
Matrix.
stuff was slowed down. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We got a whole aughts full of movies where stuff got slowed down,
Dude,
just like The Matrix.
years, television too. Like the one thing that really
You
bothered
never
me,
went. You don't even call it slow mo anymore. It's almost like you call it. Oh, he's doing the Neo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing the Matrix. Like,
yeah, it just, I don't know. I mean, it's like that saying where it's like, lightning doesn't strike twice in the same spot or something like that, or
yeah.
you can't catch lightning in a bottle. It almost reminds me of that. They're trying to do that again. It's like, just be original. Just be
Yeah.
original. And
That's-
it's
it's-
okay. It's okay to have inspiration from other things.
Yes.
Like, this is a Crow movie. You
Yeah,
It
and
almost
also
felt-
didn't somebody point out the whole Joker, Jared Leto?
Yes, that was me. Yeah, he
Yeah.
looked. It looked like he took his inspiration, his
an
face
MGK
makeup.
thing or something.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like the
Yeah.
now what's popular is your MGK, your what the fuck is his name? Fucking
Post Malone with face
Post Malone.
tattoos and all
Yeah,
that.
face tats. Yeah, Jared Leto did it for Joker, and this looks like a ripoff of Jared Leto. Like, go. You can't open it. You don't have scissors. So wait until I get out.
Yeah, Jared Leto. You can't open it. You don't
Yeah.
have scissors. No, Brandon.
No, put it back in the freezer.
What you're saying is very true. She needs to put it back in the freezer. No, I just, I don't know.
It's
It
the
upsets me, and I feel like, I just feel like they didn't bother watching the original.
yeah.
They may have watched the original. And they're like, oh, that's a movie, and it's like, yeah, okay, maybe it's not perfect, and I'll admit
No.
that the original Crow movie is not perfect, but it's, I don't know, it holds this nostalgia and this cult following that it's like, hey, it could be a great movie if it was just directed well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again,
And
Just-
that like it's so bad these days, like movie companies pandering to the people who they believe are going to come see this movie, like a bunch of like 20-something-year-old girls who are so into like the Post Malones and the Machine Gun Kellys, and it's like, oh, I loved Jared Leto as Joker because he's the only Joker I've ever seen, because I don't like Batman because Batman is nerds. And but like they see Bill Skarsgård, they see him shirtless, they see him like with this super hot chick, and then she dies, and then he gets face tattoos, and it's just like, that's who's gonna go see that movie.
Yeah.
The same. It's
Also,
like,
let's just point out right here, right now, that we're not upset about like him having abs or anything like that. I don't give a shit.
Well, yeah, not,
Okay?
No,
I'm never
not
gonna,
about that at all.
no,
never gonna do it.
I don't care. I don't care that he has a better body than me and that he looks hot as shit in his Swedish ass self.
It kind of sounds like you are mad, Brandon.
Not
you're
mad.
saying.
I'm not mad, Dom.
You're not making a case for yourself.
Listen,
No, Bill Skarsgård.
what
is
we're
one of my
pointing
favorite
out
actors.
is that girlfriends out there, for anybody who's watching the show, I'll speak for all the fellas, and I'll say thank you for the night you're going to give them after you see Skarsgård.
Dress up like the Crow. Could you get that
And
leather jacket
if
for
you
me?
get any sort of nudity, front or back, you're welcome. I mean, salutes. All right.
Hey, babe, we got to
As
go see this
Deadpool
movie.
did
Bill
that.
Skarsgård gets shirtless.
No. Let's say if and I'm just saying because of experience here, seeing it in theaters, but in seeing the Batman and seeing like Zoe Kravitz come out as
Oof.
Catwoman,
Oof.
my wife was feeling certain ways. Now, if Zoe Kravitz decided to become the Crow, and they just want to make a movie about that, about Erica Draven, I wouldn't be upset. I'm sure my wife would love it. She'd probably enjoy that movie. But
I'd
all
enjoy
I'm
it.
saying
noticed,
is-
though,
Zoe
like-
Kravitz.
Is it just me, or is Bill Skarsgård just going to start doing all the like sequels for everything? He's done
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He's been Pennywise.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's just gonna keep on doing all the remakes. Let's
Well,
just cast Bill Skarsgård in all of the remakes ever.
I mean, the Skarsgård family is just
They're a dynasty.
they're a dynasty. Yeah, there's 7 of them
Yeah.
Yeah.
plus a father.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
who
well, I think
who
he's like the only
started-
one doing all the remakes.
Who I'm
He
just
should have been
saying.
Willy Wonka.
That would have been great. He
No,
does the eye
we
thing.
all
Yeah.
we all know who should have been Willy Wonka. We all know.
Oh, the guy
Jeremy-
from the Bear.
Charlie Day.
Jeremy Allen White. He,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, he's a
Literally-
spitting image of Gene Wilder.
Exactly. He is Gene Wilder. Like, I mean, maybe not without the comedy side of it, but I mean, like, he is fucking. You look at him, it's like, dude, you could be his son. You know.
maybe he is. Hollywood was wild.
If they ever do a biopic,
If they do
you know
a
how
biopic,
fun a biopic
yes,
about Gene Wilder,
100%.
especially like a young Mel Brooks and all that, when they were filming all those
Dude.
movies.
Oh yes. God, who is the actor that was in Blazing Saddles with him? That wasn't Richard Pryor. Who the hell was that? God,
I could have an
Yes.
answer in 2 seconds.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Goddamn.
Is anybody gonna help that poor man?
Cleavon Little.
Yeah.
But you know, like just like having what's his name, Winston from New Girl.
New Girl.
you know,
Yeah.
playing Cleveland, and you know, just like I don't know, that would be fit. I would watch that in a heartbeat. Hey fellas, look what I got. Where are the white women at? Fucking great.
Tell
so-
the main office. Tell them you said "ow." Gotcha.
So do Gene Wilder's career like they did National Lampoon? Like how they did that movie?
What do you mean?
Have you not seen that movie?
No, what?
It's
Oh! I know which one you're talking about. Where they actually talk about how National Lampoon was made,
yeah.
Um,
And
and that he died. He jumped off a cliff at the end.
yeah, and there he was like, it was just him seeing himself at his own funeral, like if
Yeah.
he did kill himself. But
Because
yeah,
he
it was,
couldn't take this after the success of Airplane. Because you know
Yeah.
he did Caddyshack and all that. It's like he couldn't. He felt like he couldn't compete with that.
it was
I can't
was a-
remember the name of it. It's a weird long
a
name.
futile and stupid gesture.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I believe it's on Netflix. But yeah, it's all about how the National Lampoon got started, and then how they made it into like a media empire.
Interesting.
And then started making movies.
Yeah, it was
It's all the
great.
competition.
Yeah,
You know what movie I want to see, and I'm purchasing it right now on iTunes. Iron Claw.
Oh,
With
good
Zac
man! I've been
Efron.
wanting to see that.
Oh, I got to give you guys my Apple information so you can log in and use my watch my movies.
watch his movies.
Great.
Yeah.
Are there
Is that where it's going on to?
are there
Yeah.
home movies
Yeah.
on there?
No home
Oh,
movies. no.
perfect.
No homo movies.
No, oh, there are homo movies. No home movies. Fuck you. No,
I just finished Fear the Walking Dead. The final season
how was
just came out on DVD. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, so now they're you can just about bet they've got a universe made up
Well, they do because
now. As
they
the,
have.
as the way it, yeah, with all the shows that they got.
Yeah.
But they left this one open ended. I'm thinking that at some point, I don't want to give too much away, but I'm thinking that some of them that have survived in Fear the Walking Dead are going to start popping up in other shows, and
That'd be
that's
pretty
what's
cool.
really exciting to me because this. I don't know if you followed Fear the Walking Dead, but I mean,
I only saw.
you
the
didn't
first
have.
season.
You don't have a guideline to follow like you do The Walking Dead. You know,
Yeah.
like you kind of know what's going to happen in The Walking Dead. You just don't know who it's going to happen to. A lot of people that read the comic know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
With Fear the Walking Dead, it was its own thing. It started from the beginning. So like while you're thinking Rick Grimes is out of it, this is going down right now in LA where they were at. And they just take this wild journey from LA to Mexico to Texas and into Georgia and whatnot. Like this final season, Morgan goes back to King County.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was just so full circle and just like everything's starting to touch and connect and everything. So man, if you haven't, give it its full attention because man,
I
it starts
think it's on
picking up
Hulu.
the
I might,
wildest
I
stuff.
believe so. I believe it
yeah.
is.
If
I
it's
believe
it,
all of the AMC shows are on Hulu.
not all of them, but I'm pretty sure that that one is. I remember seeing it on there. So, because last I saw, and it's, I mean, I literally only watched the first season, so I saw them get on the yacht, and that was it.
Oh man, dude! Oh, it gets
Uh,
some
I
the
and
camp.
yeah,
Is so good.
And what's the new
Season
Walking
2
Dead
and
show?
Season 3.
which one?
There
The
are
ones
how
who
many
live.
are there?
There's 3.
Jesus.
There's Daryl
The one-
Dixon.
Yeah. Okay, I knew about that
There's,
one.
The ones left. Is that what it's called?
Dead City.
Dead City. Okay, Dead City.
Dead City.
And then there's Negan and
That's what that one is. Dead City.
Dead
Negan
City's
and,
Negan and
Maggie.
Negan and Maggie's
Yeah.
Dead City. And then there's
And the
There's-
ones who live.
the ones who live. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dead City, the ones who live, and Daryl Dixon.
Jesus.
So essentially you have, I mean, Daryl, who was made for the TV show and actually became one of the most popular characters in The
Yeah.
Walking Dead, who wasn't a comic book character. Insane, you know? So you have
And was
him-
going to get killed off in season 1.
Yeah, he was gonna get killed off. Which I mean, everybody is happy. You know, there's not a single person in the world that can't say they're not happy they didn't kill him off. But like, I don't like Michael Rooker, so to see him get killed off was beautiful.
Well, you don't like Michael Rooker at all, or just as
You know, well, I don't like Michael Rooker as an actor. I don't enjoy his stuff he does. Probably because he always plays a scumbag of some sorts, which says he's a
Guardians of
good
the
actor.
Galaxy.
Okay, he was a scumbag at first.
he
right?
did
And
get
at
a
first-
chocolate covered pretzel.
Yeah, there you go.
He was Mary Poppins.
but let me finish. Okay, he was pretty rude to me at a Comic-Con.
Oh.
Okay, so like,
Were
and
you
I-
being a
Fair
little
enough.
bitch? Were you
no,
being a little bitch?
Here's the story. You know, we started out friends. It was good until it was all pretend. Anyway,
Get the fuck out of here.
no,
That was
thank you. So it was Atlantic City Comic Con. It was the first one in New Jersey. at
So it was
that
a
time.
shithole to begin with.
It wasn't that bad. It was pretty well put together too. I mean, it was pretty big. But I was working for superhero stuff. I was volunteering with them so I can get into the con for free. And I had a sign that I was going up to individuals just saying, "Hey, like, I'm with superhero stuffs. Just want to take some. I'm going around taking photos of the convention today. You want to hold a sign?" I had a few different signs. One of them said, "I'm Batman." And so I met like Steve Gardenius. He held it up. Yeah, a ton of different people. I found Michael Rooker. I was like, Michael, hey man, I'm like big fan of your work. Mallrats is one of my favorite movies. Blah blah blah. I'm like, would you mind holding a sign for superhero stuff? And he like barked at me and was extremely rude. It's like, no, get away from me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks anyway. And I moved on, So I was like, ever since then, I'm like, I really don't care for you, Michael Rooker. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a part of that that fan base of yours. That and Burt Ward. Burt Ward was really rude to me too, but he was more like, he kind of gave me a look like, don't you know who I am? And I'm like, yeah, I know who the fuck you are. That's why it'd be funny if he held this up saying I'm Batman when you're fucking Robin. But he's old and grumpy. Same thing with Michael Rooker.
Yeah, he didn't have the Adam West lifestyle.
No, he didn't. That's probably maybe it was on me at that point. Maybe that was a little rude of me to saying, "Hey, Robin." I didn't say Robin. I was like, "Hey, Bert, would you mind holding this?"
Well, it's kind of like the first time I met Aaron Gillespie, right? And he was doing his solo tour down there in Orlando. And he had just gotten out of Under Oath, and I wore my Under Oath jacket. And in the picture, it kind of looks like, he's not enjoying it so much. And I'm like, oh shit, I got my Under Oath jacket on. I don't know how he feels about it.
I remember that. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that picture's on my Facebook, I think. I mean, like he got like a little smirk going on, but the second time I met him, it was much cooler. Got his autograph.
Sick.
Oh yeah, dropping a Bayside.
There he is. So while we're on the subject of this crow nonsense. I mean, it's nonsense. Yes, it is. Okay. But
we don't know
this-
it's not, but it is.
We don't know it's not, but it is. Exactly. We all know what's happening. We did, however, because we're talking about remakes and Bill Skarsgård and what other stuff he could do. Who was it? Who said it in the group chat? And we all like.
I think it was me.
Was it you that said it originally?
Yeah, where I said we should just have we should just remake Face Off and have Bill Skarsgård as Nick Cage's character.
Yep. Yeah.
And I went back and I watched that the trailer, like the original trailer for Face Off. Holy shit. Yeah.
fantastic.
Bill Skarsgård could 100% do a Nick Cage. And I feel like he would bring like the it energy, like the Pennywise energy
Okay.
to like an insane fucking psychopath.
Yeah, I feel like he would outdo Nick Cage in that opening scene when he starts headbanging to the choir.
Yeah. Just
That's my favorite part.
He wasn't just headbanging, he was squeezing that teenager's butt in front of him while singing. Because he was like, oh, and he like grabs her ass. Fantastic movie, besides the pedophilia.
Nicolas Cage is one of the most there was an episode of Community that Abed took a class where they were studying Nick Cage, and the professor was like, please promise me you will not watch more than 2 Nicolas Cage movies in a weekend. Because it will and Abed like watches all of Nicolas Cage's movies to try to find out if he's a good actor or not. And he comes into the class
funny.
and he has like all of Nick Cage's mannerisms and stuff. It's like he comes in, he's like, I'm a cat, I'm a sexy cat, and like just the most insane shit. Nicolas Cage has been in some absolutely batshit nutty movies, and
he's this generation's greatest actor to ever live.
that
Daniel
and
Day-Lewis, who the fuck you think you are?
that is one of the like, and this episode of Community went about it so well. Like, is Nick Cage a good or a bad actor? No
think
one
he's
knows.
Fucking
No
brilliant.
one knows.
I think he's brilliant for one reason. 2020. How many movies did Nick Cage have come out?
I don't know, but I know he played.
It was over
himself in a
10,
movie.
wasn't it?
I believe it was 11 movies. He had 11 movies come out in 2020. And what was great for him is majority of those movies went to streaming, right? So
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
I mean, he's still doing it though. You think like when you hear about one project, he's already on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's still doing it. He's still
Didn't he
I mean,
play himself in a movie? Like, didn't he do his
Yeah.
like
in a parody, like kind of like that
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic story.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's not
He's got a very he's literally he's going to have the Guinness World Record of most credits before he decides to die or retire.
decides to die? That's exactly how Nick Cage is going out. He's going to decide to end his life.
Yeah, that's the kind of he's got Chuck Norris powers. Like
Yeah.
he's right under Chuck Norris, right?
Yeah. He's just like, all right, it's my time, and then he just done. He blips out of existence. That's how he's going to go.
Yeah, it's like, do you
I'm
anybody
tired.
ever know what happened to Nick Cage?
He's
He's
gonna.
still here.
Yeah. I heard he's in a mountain somewhere in Iraq.
They'll start making stories up like Chuck
So,
Norris even after he
yeah.
is gone. You know, like
He
you know,
has
oh
a-
yeah, no, he's in outer space.
Yeah.
He's already started a colony out there.
Yeah.
He's currently credited for 117 movies with 3 upcoming still. 2020, he saw the release of 5 movies. One of them he's kind of uncredited because it was Superman and the Flash movie. 2022 is a little different just because of that was COVID year basically. So
Yeah.
that was only
For
2.
movies, it was COVID year.
Same thing with
2020.
2021. That was the same thing then. 2019, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 movies in 2019. 2018, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 2017, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's averaging like, at least 6 movies a year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 movies in
Insane.
2016, 2015, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 then. 2014, he had 4. 2013, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this guy, he doesn't stop.
He just works. Like that's his thing. Like
That's his thing.
insane. But we are not here to talk Nicolas Cage. That is another episode on its own.
You know what? We need to have a Nick Cage movie episode.
Yeah, we're just
Maybe-
gonna each
maybe
one
we-
of us watches 2 Nicolas Cage movies because you're legally not allowed to watch more than that in a couple of days.
You know, I was gonna say something saying like, you know, actually I've watched more than that in a weekend, but
Jesus.
we in a weekend, yes. A day, no. A weekend I've only ever watched 2 Nicolas, or in a day I've only ever watched 2 Nicolas Cage movies. In a weekend, you know, depends on when your weekend begins and when it ends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, let's do that. We will now vow to watch 2 Nicolas Cage movies each. 2 different Nicolas Cage movies each.
We
and then
should-
we will review them.
We should do a watch along in this podcast of On Air. I think Nicolas Cage was snubbed from an Oscar in that movie. Just saying. Just saying. You know what movie actually I watched a couple months ago, and it's a rom-com of his. He doesn't have many rom-coms. Let me just say that real quick. He doesn't have many, but in the early 2000s he had a few flying around there. No, I can't remember the whole name of the movie. It's fantastic. It's like a Christmas rom-com. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's him and the hell is her name? Now I can't remember it. It's the mom from Jurassic Park 3.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking
Out of my
about.
range. Out of my range. It's been a very long time since I watched Jurassic Park 3.
Really?
I'm saying.
Oh, The Family Man is the name of the movie. It's a
I'm
great
pretty
Yeah,
sure
oh,
I've
yeah.
seen that movie. Pretty sure I've seen that
Um,
movie.
It's Tia Leone, Don Cheadle, Jeremy Piven. I mean,
Jeremy Piven.
It's a great movie. It really is. Yeah.
Gonna have to look it up. I'm
um,
pretty sure I've seen it like way back in the day.
Basically it's like a rich it's a Wall Street snob who snubs like some homeless person. The homeless person turns out to be like a mystical genie thing, and he like, hey, guess what? You're not rich anymore. You actually have 2 kids and a wife, and you work at a used car dealership. Go ahead and live your life that way. And it's like he's still an asshole, but then he grows and learns to be like this important person. Like, hey, I'm not an asshole. I'm actually like I'm a good guy. I can be a good
I'm
guy.
a family guy.
Yeah, basically. That's I mean, the name of the movie's Family Man. It's like I said, really one of those heartfelt rom-com movies that I enjoy. I'm a rom-com guy.
Did Josh just like
I don't think he's
Ex-
frozen. Is he frozen?
I can't tell.
I can't tell if he's deep in thought or frozen right now.
I'm pretty sure he's been staring like that for too long. He's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen. Well, as Josh is frozen, let's continue. I don't want to continue.
Oh,
that
he
way.
left.
Oh no,
We lost
Joshy
Josh.
Poo. Let me invite him real quick.
Oh yeah, you're the host. I can't invite anymore.
It says he's in here. It says he was recording. Recording in
Strange.
progress. There he is. Invite. Oh,
Joshua.
Joshua? All right.
Joshua.
There he is. He was saying earlier that the Wi-Fi was acting up a little bit today. So,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a bit stormy.
yeah, that's okay. We'll get back to what we were talking about at least.
Yeah, this episode is not about Nicolas Cage. This episode is pretty much about Bill Skarsgård playing Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
So I don't think we ever agreed upon someone who would play John Travolta's character, the FBI guy.
Oh, you guys did bring up James McAvoy, but I was
McAvoy,
going
okay.
for someone older. I
Yeah.
brought up John Hamm.
John Hamm
And I'm
would
starting
be
to think
amazing,
Brendan
but
Fraser.
what I've been thinking, I watched the Glass trilogy.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan's take at a superhero movie. So I watched all 3, Unbroken, Split, and then Glass.
There's one more after that.
No, there's only 3. Unbroken, back in like 03.
Unbreakable.
Split, Unbreakable, that's what it is. Unbreakable, Split from 2019, and then 2020.
Okay. Okay.
Gla-
yeah. You're right.
yeah.
Sorry, I thought there was
4
for some reason.
James McAvoy played like 20 something
17.
different characters, 17 different
17,
characters
yep.
in one fucking movie, and did it flawlessly. Like,
Oh, it was
Yeah.
great.
fucking
able to
he-
change characters mid
Yeah.
monologue.
When he rages too at the
oh
end,
my god, dude,
and you just see his veins like
Yes.
fucking exploding from his body.
That-
oh my
that
god,
portrayal
was awesome.
was borderline body horror. Like the
Yeah.
way he was just able to do that with his fucking body and maintain that. That's like you said, Daniel Day-Lewis doing the cerebral palsy shit,
Yeah.
where he like pretended he had acted like he had cerebral palsy for an entire movie, and like it
Yeah.
fucked him up. James McAvoy, that's some next level shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
James McAvoy-
He's an underrated actor for sure.
Extremely underrated,
sure.
and I don't know how, but
Yeah.
him taking on a John Travolta role, I feel like he'd be able to fucking kill it.
I think-
Just because.
So after I said that, I thought about it a little bit more, and this is my only thought process in this is the height gonna reflect? Because you got to think they got to be similar height,
Yeah.
right? So you need an actor who's going to be as tall as Bill, and if I remember correctly, James is not very tall.
No, he's maybe
maybe
like,
6
I think
foot.
he's under 6 foot.
Yeah, he might be like 5'10" and a half. you
Yeah,
know?
and I think Bill Skarsgård is like 6'3".
I think so too. So you would
He's-
need someone to match that.
Yeah.
Now, just popped in my head, be kind of funny, but what if you have the Skarsgård brothers?
That's what I was thinking. Andrew, what is it? Andrew Skarsgård?
Who was Tarzan?
Andrew's. I think it was Andrew.
Was it answer? Let's see. Alexander.
He was also in True Blood.
Yeah. Now Alex is a little more muscular, but they're around the same height.
Yes.
I think that'd be
But I
kind of
think-
funny.
I think that. Well, my first idea was Face Off, but Bill Skarsgård plays both characters. So it just adds a whole new layer of confusion to like who's who. Like I forgot, but like no, it's just Bill Skarsgård switches faces with Bill Skarsgård, and they Bill Skarsgård off.
Or they just do the twins thing. Yeah.
Well,
Is there a better way you could have said that?
it's just Bill Skarsgård on Bill Skarsgård action.
Hmm.
You can't tell me women won't go
Bill
see that
Hunter.
movie.
William on William action.
William on William. Let me
Oh,
show you
man.
Williams. It'd be great. But then like I started thinking about like other remake, and I said this. So I was like, why don't we like start remaking movies that deserve a remake? And it's like, could you imagine like Twins this day and age? Like Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, but instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, it's like John Cena and Charlie Day.
That would be
Oh,
great.
that would
That
be-
actually
would
would be a
be
very funny.
Amazing.
However, I don't ever see that happening.
No, it's never going to happen, but it
What-
100% should.
What I would love to see is, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but
Oh, Jesus.
Multiplicity. You
I
guys remember
don't
that
know
movie?
what that is.
Dude, that's like one of Michael Keaton's like that's like one of his original movies in the 80s.
Okay.
But essentially he plays like this person who clones himself, but he continues to clone himself and clone himself and clone himself until there's like 100 of him in this room. It's a great comedy. You gotta check it out. But Multiplicity, but I know that has a cult following as well, so it'd be similar to The Crow, where
Yeah.
it could get a lot of bad rap, but
Yeah, just for existing
just for existing, yeah. But Multiplicity, let's see that with Paul Rudd.
with Paul. Oh shit. I feel like that would touch too much into the movie, the Ant-Man that he just did, the last Ant-Man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I just say Paul Rudd because
Dude, you are
that would sell a
orbing
lot
like
of-
crazy right now.
shut up.
I can't believe it. I can't believe we're catching this.
Yeah, I think we should switch this up. I
Ghost.
think
Ghost. We remake Ghost.
is Bill dead?
Right
Bill
now.
Skarsgård.
Right now.
Bill Skarsgård as Ghost.
He plays the mean more.
Oh man, so I saw this. I know we're just talking about this, but like I just saw this meme the other day where it said Patrick Swayze's been dead over a decade and hasn't made Ghost 2 yet.
Oh my god.
Oh, we could just use Dom's screen recording. That's what he's doing.
I feel something right now.
You see?
Oh,
Yeah.
What is
Gus is
this?
reenacting Nicolas
It's just-
Cage's greatest hits.
It's just a
Where's
horror
my
movie.
pig?
It's Ghost, but it's a horror movie. It's an unwilling participant.
Paranormal
Welcome to-
Activity. Do you mean Paranormal Activity? It's literally what that was. The writer of Paranormal Activity was sitting down. Was like, "This is an amazing movie. How can I make it into a horror one?
Can I make it scary?
Can I make it scary? I have no money. Low budget."
Who's scared
Never
of
show
what?
the
Jonah-
ghost.
Oh, Jonah's scared of everything? Oh, easy.
Oh,
How could I
man.
trick 1 million people into believing this is real?
I didn't think it was real. Bullshit.
I think if I had to pick one, and not that there's anything wrong with the original, I love it as it is. But if I wanted to see a remake of something, Repo Men.
Okay. Like Repo Men, like the rock opera.
No. Repo Men,
Okay.
the one with Emilio Estevez came out
Oh,
in the early
okay.
'80s.
Yes.
With
Okay.
Aliens. If you haven't
'Cause-
seen it, I highly recommend it.
I was gonna say because there's a rock opera called Repo
Yeah.
Man. So that's why I was like, oh, I mean that would
Yeah, no, I know it gets mixed up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it's got that punk rock feel, very like anti-establishment. Everything in the film is like all generic. Like
Yeah.
everything on the shelf is generic, says just beer or milk or cereal.
You know what? I am gonna call out a certain director right now,
Uh-oh.
who's probably never gonna see this, but it's fine. Todd Phillips. I want you to make a Warriors movie. Remake Warriors
That'd be a good
With
one.
Bill Skarsgård.
with Bill
Bill
Skarsgård.
He would be the really good guy with the
Yeah.
bottles going Warrior.
And he's just fucking around with his eyes the whole time. Come out and play.
No.
I don't want
I just say that because the Joker was fantastic. And it is very much set, in like an early 80s New York-esque era. So I think that Todd Phillips could do a very good job of hitting that tone with a Warriors remake.
Very much so.
and not common like modernizing it like everything else is doing.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it part 2 was all modernized. I was like going into I love the movie. First of all, love the It movies, but it was just like it modernized it made it so that the original happened in like the 90s, like late 80s, early 90s.
No.
And then thought so. No? Was it still the 80s?
I didn't feel that way.
But like they when they got older, they all had cell phones and shit. And
Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't going to take place in the 50s. They couldn't do that.
No
oh yeah, well they
one
still,
cares about the 50s now.
but yeah, it just like stop modernizing shit. Stop making shit so that it's like, oh, we made this in the fucking 70s. Let's find like
I'm
fucking-
gonna really drive this one into the right
The
into the
ethos?
grave. Like
Okay.
I expect to open up my door tomorrow and just get Tony Soprano'd. Okay.
Jesus
Sure.
Christ.
Jaws.
No.
Why
the
no?
Meg. They already did
Why
it.
no?
The Meg.
No.
The Meg.
No, they didn't. They didn't do it. The Meg can go suck a dick. Okay.
Yes, it can. Jason Statham.
I want Jaws. Okay, because I want a movie that terrifies me again, the way that Jaws terrified me. And I think they can do that nowadays. And I don't want the Meg, because the Meg is so over the top. Okay. I'm talking like if you saw The Shallows.
Shut up, Meg.
Did you see The Shallows? Anybody?
Maybe.
That terrified me because that was, with the exception of like a vengeful great white attacking a surfer, because that's essentially, especially like that's pretty much what it was. I want to see. I want to see that like 70s nostalgic fear for the beach again, the way that happened in
Yeah.
Jaws. You know what
Well,
I'm
it
saying?
seems like for me, I want to see another. I don't want to say serial killer so much, but another horror icon um, like
100%.
Michael Myers,
Yeah.
or it's like how they did it, like a remake within a remake of the Town That Dreaded Sundown,
Okay. I don't know that one.
with the corn sack on his head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Redid the murders again in the like reboot, if that's what you want to call it. But they kind of made it a sequel in a way. But like something with a mask, something iconic. Like I would just love another one of those.
Well, they tried. They just recently tried. I just watched Thanksgiving.
That was
Yeah,
so
I
good.
love Thanksgiving. Oh
So
yeah, I can't wait for
good.
that.
Oh my god.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I bought it.
Yeah, it was fucking
Loved
great.
it.
That's what and Josh, that's what you were saying. That's what I felt in that movie, because that was like, Paige and I were starting watching it. It was one of those movies where it was campy enough where it reminded me of those 80s thrasher movies.
Yeah, and it had that
Slasher
Scream
movies.
vibe to it too, because
Yes.
it's almost like you want to
God.
know who it is. You want
So-
to figure it out before we get to it.
And who did it was what's his name? God, Eli Roth. He was the one who wrote and produced that movie. So I knew what I was going into, and I knew I was going to get an Eli Roth movie, and that was fantastic. I loved every second of that movie. The kills were great,
Jump
and
scares were great
and-
too.
but you knew what you were when you watched the trailer. You knew you were getting, okay, this is going to be campy horror with a slasher, and that's what I want to see, and that's what I got. I loved every second of Thanksgiving. It reminded me though a little bit, just when you were talking about it, though, was Fear Street. Do you remember Fear Street on
Yes.
on Netflix?
Fear Street was very good.
That is another, like, they're hitting the beats there, and I want horror movies to start doing that again. For something happened in the last, I'm going to say 20 years.
Yeah,
horror
yeah,
movies,
that tracks.
where gore was topping horror.
Yeah.
And it was probably Saw that did it. Saw and Hostel. These movies where it was like, oh, here's some real
porn.
shit that could happen to you. Horror porn, exactly. Gore porn. I want the slasher back.
Yes.
slasher
Slasher
is-
films need to make
Yes.
a huge comeback.
Yeah.
Scream.
Because we've already got what is it? Halloween has already got TV and movie deals coming
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
They're
give me
already
Friday the
working out the
13th.
kinks for Friday 13th.
Yep.
But give me
I
something
mean, they should
new.
do another Texas Chainsaw here pretty
Yes.
soon. I mean, that one
but-
on Netflix was amazing.
That was so much fun, and the hate that it got is outrageous. It wasn't supposed to be. To me, it was like, hey, like they're almost making fun of like Halloween, where they're like, hey, we're bringing back Laurie Strode, and they're like, hey, well, we'll bring back what's her name, but she's gonna fucking get killed, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're not
We're
gonna.
gonna
You
kill her
almost
off.
expect it, because there was a part where I was watching that and I'm like, if they kill her, I'm not expecting it, but I'm thinking. And then
Yeah.
they kill her, I was like, okay, cool.
yeah, like shit, let's go. No
Yeah,
one's
so-
safe.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah,
they have to like go back to the drawing board, like go back to square one on slasher movies.
Yeah.
Like just like, okay,
Well,
normal
what-
guy, all of a sudden fucking just like the folklore of horror movies. Like that's what it has to be.
It comes down to, because like Halloween wasn't the first slasher movie. There were slasher movies way before that.
Yes.
Obviously, like Psycho, and even before that,
Yeah.
there was another one. I can't remember what it was. But you go down to the bare bones. What made that so scary? You didn't see blood.
Yeah.
When in any of in Psycho and in
You saw the blood in the
Halloween-
drain.
Okay, yeah, in the drain, yes.
Yeah.
You saw the discoloration in the color and whatnot. But in Halloween, Michael Myers stabs a guy
Watch
and
your
pills
TV.
him against the wall. He's hanging
Yeah.
up. Is there any blood? No.
no.
There's
know,
not
it-
like it's not a crime scene.
Yes, it's not a crime scene. It was very much like, this is like, I don't know. To me, that screamed terror in my eyes. Like,
Well,
I
that,
need
not
to
only
see
that, but think
blood.
about like the house, right? Because like
Yeah.
that one scene in the original when they're in the Myers house, and Loomis is sitting there by the window, and then the culvert breaks off,
Yep.
Yeah.
breaks, and it hits the window and all that. scares me to this day. It's like I know it's coming, but it still gets me. So it's like not only does Michael Myers give you the creeps, but like being in that house like has a mind of its own.
The
But also-
atmosphere of it.
Yes.
It was the atmosphere. It was
The
everything
atmosphere.
that could the atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
It was everything around you though that made it worse. Like
Yeah, and like
when Laurie, hold on, Recupera, I'm sorry, but when Laurie is like taking a breath against the door, and all of a sudden you see Michael come up,
yeah.
and his face is just there. You're like, oh God, like that's terrifying. Or even
Yeah.
like the simplest thing. And it's funny because I remember being a kid, and my buddy Ryan would always do this and freak me out. But when he was just like laying there flat on the ground like he was dead, and just
Undertaker up.
yeah, and it was just
Yeah.
like, dude, that is terrifying.
Yeah. Like it's the lack of humanity in a
Yes.
person. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, this is a person. Why am I so scared of him? Oh, because he's acting like not a person. Like they took so much from like the old like the old Dracula movies and like those monster movies. They took so much from that. It's like, take humanity away from a human being, and it's terrifying. In Halloween, it's like the music started, and it's like, oh shit, something's going to happen here, and then it happens, and it still scares the fuck out of you.
What it is too, and it's not necessarily the higher octave like no, you know what I'm talking about. Like in the actual Halloween song, it was like bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam. So it's not that sets you uneased. It's the bass notes in that.
Yeah.
line where it goes,
Dum,
dong,
yeah.
dong, and that's what you need.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need hip hop songs and rock songs in the background. You need unsettling music.
Yeah.
You need minor chords, diminished chords. you know?
Unsettling music, and then the lack of ambiance. Just walking through, like you're walking through the woods, and you hear the crunching of leaves and sticks, and there's not like an overwhelming like chorus behind, or like an overwhelming like sound behind it. It's just the crunching
white
of leaves.
noise. So
yes,
when Josh and I were in school, we learned about this a little bit. There is a certain tone a lot of horror movies put inside there, and they don't do it as much anymore, but there's like a white noise. I can't remember what frequency it's on, but it's a lower frequency where it starts you getting a little like,
yeah.
This doesn't seem right. And
It's
then
the
music kicks in.
psychology.
Yeah.
It's the psychology of horror movie. It there's something in it, like in the music and background noise that sets you unease, and then that's what gets you.
So on the topic of things that like are just traditional horror, that it's kind of scary, there's a comic out there that's been running since the 80s, but it's like Tales of the Crypt, Creep Show, Terrorizer, all that stuff. Maybe not Terrorizer, but anyway, I started reading Creep Show, and one of the stories is called Take One, and it's about 3 kids on Halloween night who walk up to a house that has a sign that says, "Please take one." Well, they're teenagers who want to take the entire bowl.
So they don't listen.
So they pressure the little brother into taking more than one. He takes 2. And that's when shit starts to go down. So like, this is the type of stuff that I want to see. Like, you see like that character there, just terrifying, you know, starts like this kid sees it, he's like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? And it's coming after me right now, all because I took more than one. Well, the thing catches up to them and just completely destroys that kid.
Jesus Christ.
Throws him through a sewer grate, and then guts this other kid. You know, it's stuff like this. Like, it's one of those things where it's terrifying, and then
It's unsettling.
it's
and
unsettling. He forces this kid to throw up the candy bar that he just ate. You know, and he's like, "Is this enough? Is that okay?" Well, no, it's not enough. It's not okay, because then he kills the kids.
Yeah.
Like, I know I was saying before, like, goriness is something that's not something I care for in cinema and horror films, but something like that where it's genuinely like it's unsettling, it's scary,
Yeah.
you know, because it's all about consequences.
Yeah. See, I just watched Midsummer.
Okay.
Have you guys seen that?
No.
I'm not yet.
one of the most unsettling movies I've ever seen. And
I'm
it's like
still gonna watch it. Yeah.
A24. So what do you
Yes.
expect?
yeah, and but just like the gore is like, dare I say, tasteful, like very minimal, but it's just the thing, like the girls scream. I have a sticker. I went to a punk rock, it was called a punk rock flea market in Vero Beach, and they a whole bunch of vendors. One of the vendors was she made stickers and t-shirts and stuff, and she sold like her art, but she made a like a sticker of the girl from Midsummer, like, and it's just her face screaming, and she had one of the most like sad, yeah, just extremely sad scream.
Yeah, well, it's I saw that scene, the scream at the very end.
Yeah,
and it's wrenching, gut wrenching scream.
Yeah, she like her parents, her sister kills her parents in the beginning, but like she runs a hose from the garage to their rooms and then attaches the hose to her face with tape, and then kills all three of them with like the noxious fumes. And like when that girl screamed for the first time, like she was crying and screaming. It's just like, it's that kind of stuff, like the sound design of that, like it's so unsettling and makes you so uncomfortable that's the kind of horror I'm looking for. It's like Midsummer and
Well, stick to A24.
Yeah.
Saw X did the same thing.
Barbarian was fucking Jesus Christ.
Dude, Barbarian was a great movie.
Yes.
Tusk. Tusk made me feel uncomfortable.
Tusk. Yes.
X,
Tusk made me
did you guys
nauseous.
watch X?
Yes.
X was a
Kid Cudi, bro.
fantastic
Kid
movie.
Cudi was in it.
X, and then Pearl was a sequel that I haven't watched that, but I heard that was pretty great too.
Yeah.
And that was was that Mia Goth?
Yeah.
Yeah. That played Pearl. Yep.
Dude, X was so good because like Brittany Snow, fucking Kid Cudi, the girl who played fucking Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like it was such a great cast. And then
really was.
Karen Gillan played the old lady.
Did she?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Karen
I didn't know
Gillan
that.
played the old lady. Yes.
Oh.
I looked it up
Oh.
after because I was like, this isn't an actual old lady. Like
Yeah.
there's no fucking way. And then yeah, she's credited in it.
That was a great movie.
It was
not
a fucking
expecting that.
fantastic.
You know.
I looked at the description and I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like it's gonna be like a snuff film. Like it's basically gonna be that. But no, it was a genuinely good, scary movie. And again, regular people, you take the humanity away from regular people, like take the conscience and all the like all your like the regret away from people, and it's truly terrifying.
What were you gonna say, Josh?
So going back to his comic, when you showed all three kids dead, it just totally reminded me that we do sort of have an icon, and we're going to see more of him this year, and that's Art the Clown, Terrifier.
Yep.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Terrifier, man. I have yet to watch.
He hits on everything. He creeps you out a little bit. Gory for me. I'm a sucker for gore porn, man. I just love that stuff. But I still love the storylines too. But I feel like this third one is just going to be so, over the top, like Deadpool over the top. That it's just going to be so great. And I love that it's getting the recognition it deserves.
It's based during Christmas, this one, right?
Yeah, he's dressed up as Santa Claus in the teaser.
Yeah.
See, for me, Terrifier is one of those like that's like because I love it. It is one of like, especially like the original. And then the new ones, love it. I'm terrified of clowns, but I could tolerate Pennywise because it's like it's Stephen King. It's like just fantastic, the storytelling in it. But Terrifier, it strums that terror chord for me.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I might watch it one of these days, but it's going to be like, that's going to hit me so hard I'm not going to be able to sleep after that. That's going to hit me in the
watch
deep
it during the day.
Like, yeah.
I see that quite
that
often.
that scene where he's got the scalpel and he's like smiling, and then it's just like 5 seconds of him just like in one pose, and then he comes at you. I was like, whoa, that's a little creepy.
I love it. Whoa.
That's like some Gacy shit for me.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. But yeah, that so we do kind of have an icon, I guess you
We
could
do.
say, of this generation now. So I
But you
guess
can also
yeah,
say
I
10,
say I'll eat my words on that.
10 years ago we had an icon too, but they haven't done anything with them yet. However, there's talks about a sequel coming out. If you know what I'm talking about, Little Sam from Trick or Treat.
We talked about that in the last
Oh
episode.
yeah,
I
Trick or
think.
We
Treat.
did. Yeah.
Man, they've been talking about it forever. Like they've done comic lines and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for a sequel.
But
I want
in
one so bad.
that is so that right there, Trick or Treat is like the creep show esque of horror movies right now, where it had an
That's a really good way to
anthology
put
of
it.
different things that
I
happened.
like how
in it and
everybody's
stuff.
lives
They
mingled.
connected.
It's like
Yes.
Pawn Shop Chronicles.
Yes. But so Trick or Treat 2 needs to happen. We need Sam again because he was such a cute little terrifying thing. You know what I mean? And he's a horror icon, absolutely. Even though he wasn't like necessarily he wasn't the killer per se, you know. Like, did things happen when he was around? Yeah, they did. But he wasn't like, I don't know. Sam needs we need Sam. We need more Sam. We need more Trick or Treat 2. Terrifier. I am not discrediting that movie because it has its following. I am just terrified of clowns and I don't see myself watching that anytime soon.
I can't wait for that third one to come out. So the next thing, the music. So talk about the music, right? And some of it, like of course, there's a lot of iconic stuff out there. Like Friday 13 has that deal, a lot of that ambient kind of music there. But like, I also really get a kick out of happy songs and somebody getting killed during it. Like, I'm a sucker for that.
100%. Yes.
I'm a sucker for happy song. Like Feels Like a Woman. If Shania Twain came on and somebody was getting killed during that, it would make me think differently about that song.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, we need a really good female slasher then for that.
Right?
Oh, yes.
I mean, to be like somebody
Yes.
getting chopped up by.
Has anybody done like a supercut of Halloween with So Happy Together?
Oh man, I don't think so.
That would be amazing.
Well, now I found my project.
Yeah. Just
Or putting happy songs to
Yeah.
yes.
dude, it would be so great. Like Don't Stop Me Now and Jason.
I think Don't
It's
Stop
because
Me
I'm
Now.
having a good time. Would
Yeah.
be more of a Texas Chainsaw.
That would be-
that
yes,
might be
that would be
Texas
better.
Chainsaw Massacre, maybe even a Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think we found a new TikTok thing there, guys.
Yeah. Just
Don't stop me now.
and it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre fucking like
That would be because I'm
That one
having a
and a
good
half.
time.
Good time,
Having a good time.
See the
So
body
good.
drop.
Yeah.
Bust.
Oh man, I am gonna have to. I'm gonna be working quite a bit here.
Oh,
Staying up
jeez.
late at night working on these. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna I know Josh has something, but I am going to I am pretty hyped for another Bill Skarsgård project coming out. Boy Kills World. Have you guys seen the
Yes.
trailer for this?
Yes.
Yes, I have
Holy
seen that.
shit. Fucking John H. Benjamin as his voice because he's
Yeah.
mute. So fucking good. It looks like and that's like one of the positive things that came from this this John Wick era is like we get like this is a super like I don't know if this is based on a comic book but it's one of those things that this seems like a very original idea that is being brought to the big screen and it just looks like a very fun time to go to the movie theaters.
Another
It's
one
got
coming
that
out.
hardcore Henry vibe.
Yes,
You know?
very hardcore
Yeah.
Henry.
Another one you guys need to check out too. The trailer just came out for. It's called Late Night with the Devil. It's a new A24 movie.
Oh shit.
I saw
Okay.
that.
That's another one. Yeah.
I'm an A24 slut.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Dalmatian, that guy. Dalmatian.
Yes.
How do you say his name?
I can't remember how to say it.
But apparently it's based on a true story too, or whatever. But yeah, I love the idea of it, like a whole late night talk show,
Yeah.
demonic possession. That's I'm down with that.
So I mean, they're like in A24. They're not doing anything wrong right now.
No, they're doing and
They're-
it's a
they're
lot of
doing everything
psychological
correct.
shit. It's a lot of psychological
Well,
and
what they're doing is what what they did so well previously before their stardom is just it's the South by Southwest films that deserve a true like theatrical
Platform.
release, a
Yeah.
true platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what they were. You got to think about it.
Yeah.
They were a small movie house. Now they're gigantic.
Yes.
I mean,
Mhm.
think
It's
about
like
think about 10 years ago, A24 films that were coming out, they barely had anything close to an A-list actor inside those films. Now, every A-list actor wants to be inside those films.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
and what I've realized is it's a lot of A-list actors that used to be A-list actors, and they're just throwing themselves out there again. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's like go back to X, like Brittany Snow. I
Yeah.
don't know the last time I've seen Brittany Snow in something. I was very happy to see Brittany Snow in this movie.
sure you were.
I very was. No, Kid,
Everybody would be. My wife was.
yeah, Kid Cudi. I mean, like, I love Kid Cudi, and seeing him act, and pretty good job. Fucking
That was such a great movie. X.
Yes.
When you looking back, like again, I'm coming back to it. I'm sorry, but it's just like the idea of a 70s porno crew just driving around Texas locating spots to shoot it.
yeah,
And then people start getting murdered.
yes,
What better fucking movie
amazing.
idea do you
And just
have
the
from
whole
there?
vibe of that, like they didn't try to do like to like make it look. They made it look like it was filmed in the 70s. Like it
But
was
it's
just
'cause it was-
They gave it that Texas Chainsaw vibe.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it was what made that work too, and what works for so many other A24 films. It's a closed set.
yes,
It's not. You're not driving through downtown Chicago,
no,
where you need CGI and stuff to finish things. It's a farm in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. That
Yeah.
hey, all we need are 2 cars we can get from the junkyard that look like shit. Put
Yeah.
them on the lawn, and make sure one of them's running so we can drive it.
Yeah.
There we go. We got a movie. It was
fucking
so well done.
fantastic.
I A24.
A24, and I gotta say, I've been liking a lot of the Blumhouse stuff that's been coming out.
Yes, Blumhouse
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Blumhouse is-
they've been heading a lot of the like yeah. Go ahead.
And yeah, it's like every other horror movie I see that looks good that I actually want to watch either has A24 or Blumhouse attached to it. It's like it's getting very good. It's not like 20 years ago when you had, what was it, Twisted Pictures with Saw.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
every gory horror.
Dimensions.
Yes, every gory horror movie was either Twisted Pictures or Dimensions, and now you're getting these new faces that are just coming out with super fucking quality. Just what they're doing is amazing. I gotta
Plus, you
like,
got all these media outlets that get involved too.
Yes.
Bloody Disgusting, Fangoria.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
all those
Fangoria's
are
been
getting
around
in on
since the
Fangoria's been
70s.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
I remember
But
hearing
they've
about
had their hands in it.
yeah.
Yeah. I say, guys, what we need to do is something we came up with, and I give all credit to Josh because he brought the idea to us originally, but with the potential ban of TikTok imminent, maybe we switch our gears from having a TikTok horror insomnia and move it to Instagram and have that. You remember how we were talking about doing that at one point where we have like certain minute long clips that would actually come together as one full movie in the end?
Yeah.
Josh, you came up with the idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was towards the end of before we went on that long hiatus.
Yes. We need to do this. We need to write a movie, and we can write it in pieces, whether it's minute, 5-minute long pieces. But what, like, let's
Close the door,
trick or treat
please.
this. Let's trick or treat this. Let's creep show this and have just like this ensemble of terrifying stories and films that we can create to put on TikTok or on Instagram.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be
yeah.
fun.
Go back to it and just like, yeah, because we spent a couple of long nights just talking about this.
I mean, I feel like most of our conversations always come back to movies and our love for horror movies and how we want this to happen.
yeah,
Let's just fucking do it, guys. What's it gonna
Yeah,
cost?
three heads together, we can do it.
We can
Yeah.
do it. We also have that comic book we're writing. We haven't really talked about in a while. We're gonna do that. Anyway, but no, I say let's do this. Let's make this work. You guys need to buy your plane tickets to Chicago so we can go to C2E2 at the end of April.
and then we get picked up by A24 and just do a fully mobile recorded
Hey, A24, I know you're listening right now because we are
fully
one of the-
mobile recorded horror anthology
We are the most popular podcast on YouTube.
that no one's ever heard.
We're the Booster Gold, the podcast.
Beautiful heroes.
Beautiful heroes.
I mean, why not? What do we got to lose? I said the same thing about my comic book, and then I look at it. It's flourishing right now. I have people like that are gushing over my comics.
Gushing. It's
My
gonna
one
be
comic book.
huge. It's gonna be huge.
Fucking mint.
Huge.
Huge. But no, what would hurt us? To write a script. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll just do it.
We don't even. It's not even a script. It's a couple pages. It's a 5-minute clip.
It's still a script.
Yes, you're a script.
But Josh's original idea, which I do not want to put out in here, is one of the first ones we have to do. And I know which
Yes.
one. I don't know if you remember this one, but it's
I think I do with
You
the
do. Yes
with the
yes.
pop song.
Oh come on! I
Yep,
don't want to say it, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's all you have to say, you know.
That's true, yeah.
We're not saying which pop song.
That would be great. That'd be great. Hell yeah. Well, guys, this episode I think is well past an hour at this point.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
I think we're working on an hour and 20.
Yeah,
which is
something like
bullshitting.
that.
So we let's call it a quits tonight. And can we please
I do have one more thing.
Okay.
So Dom, you were looking for stuff that we could do that would be like a fan collaborative thing. I started something a while ago. It's a playlist, and we could put this up on Spotify and have like our fan base or whoever's listening just collaborate on it. It's a playlist called the Same Name playlist, and it's songs that have the same name but are extremely different.
Okay.
So like I have on there Shark Attack by Census Fail and then Shark Attack by Group Love.
Okay.
Two very different songs, but they both fucking slap. So if I could share this with you guys and we could put it up on the social medias, especially before like TikTok goes away, try to get it out there if
Yeah.
that's what you use TikTok for, because I don't use TikTok.
I mean, I might get rid of TikTok since it's legitimately like it's one vote away from being done. And,
Yeah.
I might just call it a quits on there. However, I did find some pretty cool friends in the meantime, and I want to make sure that we transfer contact information. I've actually found a comic book artist out here in Chicago who is publishing his own stuff.
Nice.
And I hit him up like, hey, I'm looking for information and some tips because I am a very new comic book creator who is getting ready to publish his first book. What advice can you give me? So we talked back and forth a little bit.
I'm a very big guy in the writing scene right now.
and
I'm gonna
that's-
be huge.
It's not even what I said.
Huge.
Not even what I said.
You're
Not even what I said.
you're
We got comics.
fake news.
We got
Fake
comics.
We
news.
got all the comics.
Fake
Some
news.
with
I didn't
stories,
say
some
that.
with pictures.
I didn't
Beautiful
say that.
pictures.
Beautiful,
Beautiful
pictures.
pictures.
Beautiful.
Dude, Shane Gillis.
Lovely
I saw
pages.
Some
saw
small,
some of
some
his-
huge.
I saw some of his videos and he was talking about how he got onto he went to the special he went to a basketball game and he snuck into the special needs section and he stood on like the courtside. He's fucking
Yeah, he was drunk and all that.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's like and they just looked at me and they're like, yeah, it
Yeah,
checks,
out.
He's- he is so fucking
checks out.
funny.
He's
yeah,
great.
I'm making
I
him a
don't-
night.
My buddy Andy went to go see him recently. He said it was amazing.
I don't understand how it took me so long to find him, and it's probably because I'm not on TikTok.
Shane Gillis, yeah, that's why you're not on TikTok. He
Yeah.
is one of the funniest when he talks about his like Down syndrome
Yeah.
and his uncle Danny who has Down
Oh
syndrome.
my
he's
God.
like, He's like, you making them at night, Danny? I'm
not making them at
night.
And
I'm
he looks
making
at
them
me.
at
I'm making them at night.
I just got bread. Where'd all the bread go?
It's so great.
He'll bring his own grilled cheese in case they don't sell grilled cheese at the restaurant.
That's he's so fucking funny.
That motherfucker's making him at night.
Yeah, I like that whole about like it almost
night.
got me.
It nicked me. It nicked me.
Stupid.
His bit about George Washington's teeth.
Yeah.
He's like, start with
yeah.
that shit.
My favorite.
Hey, you have another guy with red head coming at you. Yeah.
My favorite is when he talks about, he's like, listen, I just want to start out by saying I don't want to see any president get assassinated. He's like, but it'd be pretty fucking funny to see Trump get shot.
Oh my god, that
he's
fucking
great. Yeah.
being a history buff is a gateway to becoming a Republican.
And he's like, ladies, if you see your husband come back or your boyfriend come back with World War II books, he's like, watch out.
One of the best ones though, I like is that one where he's asking me, what about your apartment makes it black as shit?
Yeah.
And then he goes, other people's stuff.
The sex thing, he's like, no one should be fucking like porn stars.
Yeah.
Fucking, you should sound like.
Oh man,
funny as shit.
Well, thank you, Shane Gillis, for
Shane Gillis. If you're
minutes of-
listening, we
not.
love you. What? Thought he was our one follower.
Nope, that's just my mom.
Ah, love you, TT. Shouts out.
Shouts out. What's
Checks out.
Checks
Checks out.
All right, guys. Josh,
All
send
right.
us off.
All right. You guys know what to do. If you have any questions for us, anything you'd like for us to talk to us about, hit us up on our social media accounts at Heroes Pod Official. We'll be more than happy to talk about anything you would like, any questions you have, any ideas you might have, or what you think horror should go into or shouldn't go into anymore.
I just wanna. Oh, we lost Brandon. Where the hell he go?
The ghost got him.
Want a little Beetlejuice accent, considering that we have number 2 coming out soon. Oh, Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
And then, all right, one more thing, because we are actually days away from this.
Basement 97, yeah.
Can't wait. Sorry, I saw Cyclops in there. I was like, I gotta give him some love. Okay, Brandon, you just fucking got up and walked away. I guess we can close it out on his poor timing. This was a great episode, and thank you for taking the time today, bud. We'll do another one next week.
Sounds good.
All right, man. See you.
Later.
Thanks again for tuning into today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Share with your friends, your families, your enemies, whatever works best for you. Just help us get the word out there. We got more to come soon.